Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Okay, in this video, I'm going to discuss how the Haddonfield Radio Tower may not just be a radio tower in Halloween Ends. In fact, it may hold the secret to everything. Let's do it. So over the past few days, I've been thinking a lot about what David Gordon Green said on the commentary for Halloween Kills about how the radio tower that we see in this shot from the movie in the background back there will play a key part in Halloween Ends. It is at first a bit puzzling and does not make a ton of sense when I heard this. And I'm like, what in the world could he be talking about? But if we look back into the history of the franchise, there is a moment where I believe we may garner some clarity on what David means about the importance of the radio tower. Now, I've been going back and reviewing over the previous Halloween movies just to see if I could come across anything that may give a clue about how the radio tower could be utilized in relation to Michael Myers. Well, I have found something that I think could be a huge clue to help us anticipate what we may see in Halloween Ends. Now, if we look back to Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, there is a line from Dr. Loomis when he's speaking with Dr. Wynn about Michael. Now, I went ahead and pulled the exact quote from Rotten Tomatoes so I could show you the exact line of dialogue. The line from Dr. Loomis is, "I've wanted to believe it, but I've felt Michael's presence behind these walls just all those years ago. Plotting, staring, waiting for some signal. I can't go through this again alone. Please, as my colleague, as my friend, help me." Now, I want to stop for a moment, and you see what I underlined here in yellow, that Dr. Loomis is saying that he thinks that Michael is just plotting and staring, waiting for some signal. Now, a radio tower transmits radio waves into the air, right? And perhaps whoever is transmitting these signals in Haddonfield, maybe they have a way to activate Michael in some way or control him or his activity when it's time to turn him off and on, if you will. And looking back over the franchise, we actually have seen this type of thing before. So in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, we saw Silver Shamrock, right? Controlling things through the television with their masks. And we saw the Thorn Cult controlling Michael Myers in the Thorn trilogy, which ended with Halloween 6. So it's not new territory for the franchise for there to be something out there that's controlling us or Michael. Us to be in Haddonfield or Michael. So this, however, would be a slight different way to do it. It would be fresh. It would be new. And it's been a while since Halloween 6. I mean, that's a long time ago. So, and again, it's not the same thing. Completely different. You know, this is airwaves transmitting through the tower. Now, again, I know this is not for sure. This isn't in concrete or in stone, but it definitely has me thinking in this type of direction. Because if you got a radio tower, there has to be something that is connected to Michael. And what if it is indeed some type of a signal, like Loomis said here? What if it is some type of a signal that when it's transmitted out, Michael, he hears it, he receives it, his brain interprets it, whatever, and something like that. And they'd have to explain all this, of course, in Ends, but basically, it's a way that could be done. Now, here's my only problem with this. If this is indeed the route we're going with Ends, and we're going to have Michael being controlled by whoever is controlling this radio tower signal, my problem with it is a couple of things. Number one, who's in control of Michael? So now we're going back into the Thorn cult realm where we've got an individual or a group of people that have the ability to control him. Again, that's been done, not crazy about that. And then secondly, though, when we're talking about, transmitting through the radio airwaves, it takes away from the mystique, the mythology of the boogeyman. It takes away from the mystery of Michael Myers. And frankly, I don't really care about knowing how he ticks. And we've already got some of that in Halloween Kills when Laurie Strode was saying how, as he's in the hospital, how as he kills, he gets stronger, right? Every time he kills someone, it just makes him more powerful. So David Gordon Green is already starting to pull the curtain back already a little bit to show us some behind the scenes to Michael. And I was okay with that dialogue. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I didn't hate it either, though, because it's still mysterious about what the root of it all is and what it actually is, other than just that descriptive statement of it. Killing people makes it more powerful. Okay, but that doesn't explain how the power got there and what it is. So I was okay with that. But if we start turning this now into radio waves and this radio tower again, I just leave it a mystery. Leave it a mystery. I'd like to. Can't we just say Michael he's more than a man? All right, he's clearly human, but he's more than a man. He would have been dead already. He's more than that. There's some supernatural power, something going on that we don't have to define it. We don't have to come to a consensus and saying, well, this is what it is. This is, it's a certain power from this or that. Again, I think the mystery element to it, to me, I'm okay with being ambiguous. As much as I love mysteries, and I love to solve mysteries, and that's one of my favorite genres to watch movies about is mysteries and slashers with mysteries like Scream and all the other great slasher movies that have mysteries. But the point of it is, even for me as a mystery buff, I'm like, some things you just don't need explained. So that's my position on Michael. Some of you guys may want to know, and that's okay too. I understand that, but I'm just on the side of I'd rather not know. I'd rather just keep it a mystery, and just have that be a part of the mystique of Michael Myers. We don't know. We don't know where it came from, what's sustaining it, none of that. We just don't know. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the radio tower right now. I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys, just to get you guys talking about it, and we can talk about it together and see what your thoughts are on it. And I'd like to know what you think. Do you believe that, this theory of the radio tower holds water? Do you think that this could be what's going to happen? Do you think they'll be sending airwaves out to Michael? Or do you think that the radio tower will be used for something else altogether? Like maybe it's completely off of left field. We hadn't even thought of it yet, maybe. I want to know what you think. I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, and your theories. So leave your comments below now. Let's start discussing the radio tower in Halloween Ends and how it's going to have some significant role in the movie. What do you think that role will be? All right, well, that's it for this update. I'll be back soon, though, with more Halloween Ends and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thank you for watching.